All right, well, senior day 2019, technically 2020 class, graduating class. Really special group. Every senior group is special, but this group pretty unique, and it's the first class that's come through all 4 years. Started off with 17 freshmen and 7 now as seniors that made it through a pretty really important time in laying the foundation for this program. And I look at this group of 7, like each person brings so much to our program and has brought so much to our program. With what we do in the pool, out of the pool, academically, just some pretty high achievers overall, and a lot of great personalities that make things a lot of fun as well. So I know they're going to look back on these 4 years and hopefully feel like they've really accomplished a lot by laying the foundation for this program. Sierra she's a competitor through and through. I love watching her race. Because I think she's somebody we can always count on. We're going to get 100% for her on meet day. She's been great on relays. She's just been really competing at the top of the conference all 4 years in the middle distance and distance freestyles, as well as the 200 butterfly. Been super impressed with her this year just as a leader and just how consistent she's been. Had a little unfortunate illness at our mid-season meet, but I'm really excited to see how she finishes. And I think what she brings every day is she really understands the sport really well. She knows how to work really hard. I mean, she's coming from a coaching family. Her dad's a Division I head coach for over 20 years now at Evansville in Kansas recently. So she really understands the sport, and she brings just a lot of passion for this program and what she does every day.
My favorite memory at Indiana State, would be the high ropes course this past year. I fell off of it and it was really funny. Enjoyed that. And then my second one, swimming related, would be all the relays at conference, especially the 8 free relay. It was super special. Like while I was swimming and while cheering for my teammates swimming, we knew we were doing something special, so it was really fun. I would say thank you to my parents for being so supportive, all my family. I have great siblings and great friends and a great team, obviously. So I did grow up with swimming. I've been swimming forever. Both my parents are or were swim coaches. I don't really know what this season means to me quite yet because swimming's been a part of my life forever, and like the idea of it not being a part of my life just hasn't set in, and I think it will always be a major step, a major part of my life. Whether it be through lessons or coaching on the side, I think it's something I'll always be involved in. I am a textiles major, so I'm hoping to pursue a career in textiles. My dream is to own my own bridal shop where I make wedding dresses that are ethically made and custom designed. It'll be really special. I'm also interested in working with swimsuit brands to keep my involvement in swimming and do something I love too.
Allie is hilarious in so many different ways. I mean, her personality, just the way sometimes just the way she understates and says things, just cracks you up. Been so impressed to see her achieve at the academic level she has throughout her 4 years here, and moving on to med school and going through that process right now. She's one of our West Coast people. Oregon, doesn't pump her own gas, so she's got that little bit of difference to her as well. I think really cool thing in terms of in the water is just seeing her overcome adversity and injuries. Seeing where she's at this year compared to when I got here last year is awesome. And I know that's a real inspiration for everybody on the team. She hasn't quit. She worked through a lot of physical things kind of through her first 2 or 3 years, and now she's as strong as ever in her college career. So really excited to see how he closes out this chapter and what she goes on to do in the future.
My favorite memory while at ISU on the swim and dive team is all the friends and memories I've made, the bus rides, the dual meets, conferences, just having fun with my teammates and creating memories to last a lifetime. I'd like to thank the team, obviously Nikki, Josh, all the coaches we've had for helping make me the best swimmer in person I can possibly be. And a huge thanks to everyone who supported me through this, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, and my brother, and all my friends and teammates. I'm hoping to be accepted to medical school here soon and eventually become a neurologist because I like brains.
Kendall, once again, gamer. In terms of the backstroke events, she's just been money for us time and time again. Somebody, once again, great personality, brings a lot of fun, and I think that's, throughout these 7 people, a real consistent theme, brings a lot of fun to what we do every day. I think she's been really consistent on relays, and once again, competing towards the top of the conference. Last year being runner-up in the 200 backstroke with just a huge 200 backstroke that last day at the conference meet. So super excited to see how she closes out, her chapter here. She's, leaving a really big impact on this program and the levels she's achieved at.
My favorite memory would have to be my sophomore year when I was on the 200 medley relay, and that was the first time any of us have made it on the podium at conference. And so that was really exciting and cool because we did that for our team and us as individuals as well. I want to thank my parents because they've been there through everything with swimming since I was 4 years old, and they've done so much. And then I want to thank all my teammates and the coaches that we've had for the past 4 years and throughout all my swimming career. And then I want to thank my grandparents and my aunt and my siblings who have been to a lot of my meets, especially conference. My least favorite practice that we've ever done was when I had a brief moment with the distance crew, and it was last year, and we did 8 300s, and I was very upset during that practice.
Mackenzie, another one of our top academic people, and I think it's been really cool this year, go through the process of getting into pharmacy schools and going through the process of applying and going to the different interviews, and then seeing her then get into all these places, then having to make a pretty tough decision between like 3 or 4 different top 10 pharmacy schools. So super proud of her. She's got a very heavy academic load. She stayed all summer and did some cool research things, and was able to see her research day this summer, and that was really neat to see her achieve at such a high level academically as well as in the pool. And I think that's a big theme for this class too, is they've built the program in the water, but out of the water they've done the same. So we have a culture of academic excellence, and a lot of that is due to what they've done, and Mackenzie's been a big driving force behind that.
All right, so I think my favorite memory would have to be just the game nights that we've had throughout the 4 years as a team, just because we were all so competitive. So when you put us together with something that some of us aren't so good at, it becomes quite funny. Like laser tag, that was fun. Or during winter break when we all start going stir crazy and we play heads up, we start screaming really loud and get noise complaints. So those are some good memories. So I'd like to thank my mom and dad, obviously, for putting me in the sport of swimming so I would be here today, and then just supporting me throughout the years of swimming because it's mentally and physically tough. So having that support network is awesome. And I'd like to give a special shout out to Margot because she's lived with me for the past 3 years of swimming, so she's heard me complain, cry, all of the above. She's put up with me and she's still my friend, so thank you, Margot. Greatest accomplishment, what I would have to say, is to have my grades where they are while also swimming. It's hard to be a chemistry major in and itself, but also doing that while training 20 hours a week. I would say I'm really proud of that. One other extracurricular I'm in is SAC. I've been a part of SAC for 3 years. This year I'm the president, and the past 3 years I've also been the Missouri Valley Conference rep. So I would say I'm most proud of this team because I've seen where we were at day one and where we are now, and we are a completely different team from then. I would say freshman year, we didn't know where we were gonna be just because we were all freshmen trying to get through the same thing, whereas now we have learned, and I feel like the team has definitely progressed positively, and I can now see where that team can go even after I graduate. Well, after I graduate, I will be attending Ohio State in the fall to study pharmacy.
Alex, I mean, if there's a drop-dead sprinter in the world, Alex is the person. She's, once again, great personality, brings a ton of fun, racer through and through, and like when it comes to clutch game time, we know we can count on her, whether it's individually 50 free, anchoring relays. She's been nearly undefeated in 50 frees, I think, in dual meets the past couple of years. So she's just, she's the prototypical sprinter, and I think it's really been fun to see her grow into a leadership role within this team and, go through a crazy, crazy nursing schedule. I think that's the most impressive thing about what she does is You know, there's times where I'm like, I don't know how she's doing this, and I don't think she really knows how she's doing this, but you know, just keep taking one step at a time, and you know, no matter what's gone on during the week or what the past 2 weeks have been like school-wise and everything, how she's feeling physically, we get to a meet and it's like, well, Alex gets it done. So she's going to be a fantastic nurse, and really excited to see her move on to do big things there.
I would say when we go on the bus rides to conference, especially our freshman year, my friend Kendall and I were always the hype people. So we always danced to Mamma Mia or Mariana's Trench, so I think that's one of my favorite memories. I usually do this one. I just want to say thank you to the entire team and my family, all the coaching staff that's been here. Since I've been here throughout my 4 years, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys, so thank you for supporting me and making me the person and athlete that I am today. The 4 years really did fly by. They told us when we got here our freshman year it would go by in the blink of an eye, and we didn't really believe them. Some days seemed longer than others, but looking back now, I can't really believe that one, it's almost finals of our second to last semester of our senior year, and that we just finished our last mid-season meet ever, so it really does fly by, and I'm really sad that it's almost over. So after graduation, I have to take boards to get certified as a nurse. Once I take my boards and hopefully pass, my plan is to get a job somewhere in the city, to get my foot in the door somewhere, and then eventually I want to go back to school and get my NP degree to work with kids with cancer. I wanted to be a nurse because when my grandfather was in the hospital, we were in the hospice unit, and seeing how well they took care of my family and my grandfather, it made me realize that I also want to help people and have that effect on not only the patient but also their families.
Catherine loves this program, and she's putting so much of who she is into this program. You know, she works her butt off every single day. She'll swim whatever we ask her to swim, and you know, I think she's one of those people that came here one of the reasons she's attracted to ISU was to build a program and to be part of that first class. And I remember when I first got here, her talking about that's why she wanted to come here. So, you know, she's, you know, one of our Southern folks, so she brings that kind of side of the culture, and I think that's one of the cool things about our program is how much diversity we have. So her and her family bring that, you know, Southern way and hospitality and everything, and you know, we love them and what they bring to this team. So, like I said, Catherine's just all about this program. I know she's going to be super proud of the foundation that she helped lay here. You know, scoring at conference championship meet and moving this program forward and seeing it where it's at today. So she's been all in since day one for ISU swimming and diving, and she's going to have a lot to be proud of in the future.
My favorite memory would probably be all the meals that we have all cooked over probably the past 2 years. Our girls can cook some food, and I think I gained about 10 pounds just eating all of those desserts and dinners. We had a Friendsgiving a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't your typical Friendsgiving. It was literally all desserts, so that was really good. I'd like to thank my parents, my mom for being the taxi driver to and from practice after school, and my dad for driving me to morning practices at 4 o'clock in the morning. So thank you guys, and then thank you to my sister for just getting me through life. Just from freshman year to now, I've seen the growth of the program and the depth of the girls' events and what we can swim, how we can swim. Freshman year being last place at conference, not really a good moment, but last year was definitely an eye-opening experience to see, hey, maybe we have a shot at Missouri Valley Conference champion. I'm most excited for conference. Definitely just looking at our dual meets and mid-season, I think we have a really good chance at doing very, very well at conference. So after graduation, I am going back to Tennessee and hopefully going to get a job as a personal trainer or a fitness trainer of some sort.
Bip is, all heart, scrappiness, everything. She wants to be a coach, and she is going to be a fantastic coach someday. And probably not too far in the future here. Just seeing her fight every day for this team and being a great leader. When I got here, first got the job, I said, "Hey, who's the go-to person?" And it was like Bip. I've seen that every day. She does her best to be a leader for this program, no matter what's going on. And sometimes, to her detriment, probably at times, she's always trying to put the team and the program first. So, hard worker, great work ethic, and somebody who's really set the standard for work ethic in our program. Being a distance swimmer, 200 flyer, swimming that 1,000, 2 fly, 500 triple all the time in dual meets. But she's a fighter, and so proud of the work she put in. And she's having a great senior season, just had a great mid-season meet, so really excited to see how she closes out this last chapter.
My favorite memory is actually the first 3 weeks of my junior year. The team actually didn't have a coach, and things did not go according to plan. And the reason that's my favorite memory is because that time is the proudest of the team that I've ever been. We all grew really close, and nobody missed a practice, and yeah, so that's my favorite. I guess first I want to thank my entire family, my parents and my brothers and my dog. They've been there for me obviously my entire life through all the ups and downs, and I definitely wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. Also want to thank my team and my coaches. I can't imagine these 4 years without you guys also being there through a lot of highs and lows, and yeah, I love you guys a lot. If swimming's taught me anything, it would be that you always have a choice to make when you get up in the morning, when you go to practice. You can choose to be miserable, I guess. You can choose to complain about things being hard, or you can choose to embrace what you're doing and love it. And I think that's kind of what I choose to do every day, is I choose to embrace it. I know I'm doing this with people that I love and that I'm sure they're gonna be in my wedding someday. So, if you love what you're doing and you choose to be happy about it, then the hard work kind of just comes with it. It's relatively easy. After this, I want to go into coaching. I want to be a head coach of a college team of my own someday. And yeah, don't really know where that's going to be yet. We're still kind of working on that, but that's been the dream for a long time, and I'm excited for it.